Hello everyone and welcome to the new 26 for this week, and yes, this is right after the episode finished airing, so these opinions are as fresh as a daisy. Or consider it a new edition of a book, which is the entire point of this. Point of No Return is the name of the episode. But don't worry, there isn't anything ominous happening or any kind of death happening. No, it's classic, say it with me everyone, Twilighting. Yes, it's a Twilight episode, which means the anxiety will be turned up quite a few notches. But first, the moral. About chasing perfection, oddly. Perfection is something we all chase at some point or matter. Whether it be the perfect look, the perfect YouTube video, for instance, perfect grades in school, perfect bank account. We've all done it. Perfection is something we chase. But for some of us, being perfect is a problem. It creates anxiety. It creates pressure that we put on ourselves. We delay things. We procrastinate. We double edit. We triple edit. We do tons of different things in the pursuit of just that one perfect nugget in time. Shoot, I'm guilty of it a ton. Especially when I started doing YouTube videos. I tried for years to come up with the perfect format, especially for these things, over the course of the 5 years that I've done it. I think I've found one that I'm comfortable with. Sure, it's not as flashy or big as other YouTubers that do this whole review thing, but it's pretty good and pretty homely. Doesn't have to be perfect, and sometimes chasing that perfection can alter your life in a negative way, allowing you not to experience things in life, to be tied down by this need for perfection. In other words, trying to be perfect is not living at all. Sometimes we learn best by failing a lot. It's imperfection that leads to learning and leads ultimately to strength. Now, why is this relevant here? Well, our friend Muffins have left us some mail for Twilight to pick up, with a whole bunch of old stuff from when she used to live in Candlelight. One such thing is a book that she borrowed from the library. Side note, my mother for years, my mother was a librarian. She took her job very, very seriously when I lived in Kentucky in my early childhood years. So yes, I do know about libraries, the notion of being overdue, and of course, late fees. Some people are more meticulous with this than others, so trust me. Twilight's reason for twilighting, I completely understand here because I've lived it, boys and girls. It's something we've all done at some point, but I literally lived it. Once she finds out that the book is way overdue, in fact, we find out this book has been overdue since the very beginning of the series itself, as a book kicked under a couch when she was looking for the Legend of the Elements of Harmony in episode 1. It's a freaky callback, and a funny one at that. So, Twilight tries to return it to the library. Good on her. And the old lead librarian, Dusty Pages. When Dusty isn't there, she goes all around Canterlot and Equestria trying to seek her out. Once running in back to Moondancer. Yes, Moondancer returns after amending fences for a quick line or two. It's good to see her again. Oh man, are we just gonna get these nice little nuggets of awesome going throughout the season? Because I will take that. But Dusty's nowhere to be found until she is ultimately tracked down the member of the band. We find out she left the library for good on her own accord. Because, get this, Twilight being up late with the book motivated her to get out of the library business and start chasing her life dreams and to learn to accept failure as part of your life and not to be dragged down by the constant need to succeed. In fact, the book itself is called Perfection, an Undying Pursuit, which almost puts a bow on this entire episode and its moral. Yes, it is classic Twilighting, both in the funny ways, in spite being the perfect straight man throughout, as he always is, and yes, in the negative ways. At first, in the first third, being totally self-centered to try to keep her perfect library pony record. But then again, this is the same pony that lived in a library, spends most of her time around books, and has read her books so many times. She knows them backwards and forwards and almost contains every book that she used to check out in the library. This is a real book nerd. So, she takes that perfect attendance record as life and death. But it's also a great allegory for how Twilight deals with problem solves, and the kind of expectations she puts on herself most importantly. She is a perfectionist to a very strong point. Somebody who wants to get it done and get it done right. So much so that she'll go to unendable points of reference to get the job done. Being a perfectionist has its pluses in terms of quality of work, work ethic, and a sense of being able to revise when needed. Perfect for a leadership position or a short job, but perfection can also be crippling, seeing that the fear of failure can almost create crippling anxiety. In other words, this episode finally explains Twilighting, why she does it, and why she goes to the massive degree to get it done. This episode might seem like a simple slice of lifer, but it expands so much on Twilight Sparkle, the character, and the inner workings of her own mind, her own anxiety, and why she holds herself to such incredibly high standards. It's not just the people that have taught her, and it's not just the need to get it done. It's who she is. It's the fiber of her being. How she can take something small, like an overdue library book, and treat it like the most important thing in the world. And learning to let go of that mindset is a struggle within itself. Hopefully by the end of the series, Twilight ultimately fully lets go. This episode is fun, funny, and informative with callbacks and even a few fan returns that will make you smile, and moral and a message that should stick with you. The use of double montages and some of Twilight's signature weaknesses of selfishness come into play here. But it's not enough to keep it away from the 6 club. Although it's a very low 6. You could justify it as a 5. And if you do see it as a 5 or lower, let me know down in the comment section below. But for me, this is another 6 out of 6 episode. The season just keeps rolling. That's 3 6s out of the first 5 episodes. Not a bad start for this final run. Make sure to click the bell and hit the subscribe button. And for our 2 most recent subscribers, I'm going to take this video to say thank you for joining the Code Equestria family. We've got much more to come, including the episode next week, Common Ground, as well as a few video game related reviews. One of Mortal Kombat 11, and the other, perhaps, of Dead or Alive 6. Outside of that, I'm Nirvana Sparkle. Find peace in your own Nirvana and return your library books. I'll see you next week for Common Ground. Have fun.